Hi, Katie. It's good to speak to you again.
Hi, it's so good to speak to you, too. Thank you.
Well, the season finale is coming up next week. What is it like for the cast to go in knowing that it's going to be the final episode that you'll be filming?
It's sort of bittersweet. You know, we get along so incredibly well, and also by the end of the season, we're all a little bit fried and a little bit ready for some hiatus, some family time, and just to get a little bit of a break. But it's weird because they're our family too. So I think going into it, everybody's very excited. Like the first day of the last episode, everybody's like, "Yeah, it's the last episode finally!" And then when it's finally the last day of the last episode, it's sad. It's really sad, and usually whoever's in the first scenes of the day always stays until the very end of the day. This time and last time, actually, Vanessa and I had like the second scene of the day, and we ended up staying until 10 p.m. that day, and we just goof around and we laugh at each other's scenes, and it's sort of like the last day of school. We're all cracking each other up and trying to make each other laugh during their close-ups, and of course, everyone's so professional. I tried to get DW to laugh so hard on the last day, and I could not get it. It was like the saddest day of my life. So now my goal for next season is to make DW crack on a close-up.
Did the cast and crew do anything special commemorating the final episode of the season?
Yeah, actually, we the Kenish set, sort of the kitchen set. Everybody kind of hangs out after they call cut the last time, and there was some champagne that got popped, and we sort of just all hung out for hours and chatted with each other, and just very mellow, very low key, and nobody's gonna break any of the set decorations, but it was just very sweet to say, okay, this is it for a little while, and we'll see you in a few months. And at that time, we didn't know that we had season 3, so it was, a little bit like, okay, will we see each other? And we're all feeling good, but it's bittersweet. We really, really love each other.
You have a really good speaking voice, but in the show, you have to imitate a deaf person. How hard is that for you to do?
I have to say, when I first started, it was the most scary thing that I had ever done in my whole life. I went in for the first audition with just my regular speaking voice and using American Sign Language. I just wanted the producers to say, okay, this girl has chops beyond putting on the gimmick. I didn't want it to seem like a gimmick. They asked me if I could try on the deaf accent. I sat down with my sister, who's an ASL teacher. We mapped out Daphne's specific hearing loss with her specific audiogram, and then based on that, figured out what sounds she could say and what sounds she couldn't say. So it's a very unique accent to Daphne. I worked tirelessly. I made my family absolutely crazy for months on end. And when we got to start filming, and when we got the pilot got picked up, and sort of the momentum started going, it sort of became second nature. So now I can say with confidence, almost 3 years later, it's a switch. I flip it on, I flip it off, and it's sort of the back of my brain. And I'm really proud of that, thinking that it took me so long to get there, and it was a lot of work to get there. So I am really proud of the work that I get to do on Switch to Birth, and the accent is part of that.
Do you find that the fans are shocked when they actually hear you speaking in your normal voice?
Absolutely. When I find fans on the streets, the first thing they go is, you're not, wait, that's not your voice. And it's such a gratifying experience. I think that means that I'm doing my job incredibly well. I look forward to opportunities where I get to use my normal speaking voice in more film and television. And it's really funny. It seems like the projects that I booked are always like I had a German accent, or I had, some sort of different speaking situation. And so the What If episode was really an exciting moment for me, where I got to say, hey guys, check this out. Like, it's the show that you're already watching, but look what I've been doing for 2.5 years.
Let's talk a little bit about relationships. Your characters' relationships, Bay and Ty, and Nikki and Toby. Do you see the Bay and Ty's relationship and Nikki and Toby's relationship working out?
Yeah, I figure as long as the two people who are in the relationship really care about that relationship and they really are focused on it and want it to happen, there's no reason it couldn't. Yes, Toby and Nikki are very young to be getting married, absolutely, but that doesn't mean that it won't work. And the families are very strongly opposed to it, and Daphne's sort of not. Daphne says, look, they love each other. Leave them alone. And it's not about anything other than the two of them. Speaking with Bay and Ty, I think that it's a little bit more complex. He's going overseas to Afghanistan. They've been through this once before, but being that they've been through it once before, maybe they've learned something in that experience that they can apply to now. It's long-distance relationships take work. They're very difficult, but I think that they could figure out a way to make it happen. And if they don't, then maybe they can do what they did before, put it on hold, and then revisit it when he comes back after Afghanistan. But, I believe that if two people are committed to each other, there's no reason it couldn't happen.
What about the wedding? Do you see anything bad happening for the wedding?
I don't think that the wedding is going to play out the way that the parents think the wedding's going to play out, or even beyond that, necessarily the way that Nikki and Toby think it's going to work. They have heavy choices to make, and faced with so much opposition up to this point, they need to make the choice for them. That the parents have given their 2 cents, their 5 cents, their quarter. Get over it. It's really about the kids. So I don't think it's going to happen the way that they think it will. But again, there's no reason it couldn't.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you.